That's right. Well, I'll tell you, the traditional CR usually leads up to a big omnibus bill. And obviously, since this is a CR until the end of the fiscal year, there's going to be no omnibus bill this year for the first time in years. The other thing a CR normally does is it actually increases spending a little bit. This one actually decreases spending by about $7 billion. That's what the CBO will probably score this as. So this is a very different CR. It restricts funding. It actually helps the president fund his border enforcement. It gives a raise to our enlisted men and women in the military. It increases the food allotment in the Women's, Infants, and Children program. Again, it increases spending at the VA. This is a good CR. It's fiscally responsible, and the president needs it in order to continue the work of Doge and Elon Musk.
Yeah, that's a very important part. There's a lot of progress being made, and you want to codify that progress before the next budget bill. What is the outlook among the membership, among the Republican caucus? Is there enough votes to get this over the line before Friday?
I think there is. I do believe that we're going to see exactly what we saw 2 weeks ago when people said that you couldn't pass a debt ceiling increase with only Republican votes, and we said no, you actually can if it's combined with good fiscal policy. This is the same way. People say you can't pass a CR with only Republican votes, but I say yes, you can, as long as it's combined with good fiscal policy, and this is good fiscal policy.
That's great. The $7 billion in cuts that you mentioned, where does that come from?
Well, it comes from a variety of places. We actually clean out the Commerce Department slush fund that Joe Biden wishes he could have spent all that money, but he didn't. So we emptied that out. We also eliminated earmarks in this CR, and we took the monies that would normally be spent on earmarks and did things like spend it on more money for the VA and more money for our enlisted men and women.
Yeah, that's a winner. I think that's going to go over well with the American public. You have done a great job over the last several days knocking down some of the fear-mongering. People said they're zeroing out the toxic exposure fund at the VA. That's not true. They're hurting NIH, just the opposite. Can you knock down some of your favorite demagoguery that's been out there by the Democrats and their media allies?
Well, again, they say we're cutting food programs. We're actually increasing them. They say we're cutting the VA benefits. We're actually increasing the VA. The bottom line, NIH is not part of this. We continue the funding for the NIH. The administration, as you know, does want to cut the amount of overhead that are charged on these research projects, just so we can actually do more real research projects instead of paying for bloated overhead at universities that have, $40–50 billion endowments who will have their hand out to the federal government for indirect administrative costs on grants.